William Burroughs. Well, A Junkie was written in around 1950, 48, 49, 50, around in there, and was published in 1953. So that's the beginning. I was 35 at the time, rather late.
My name is Gregorio Nunzio Corso. One night I go into a dyke bar called the Pony Stable. In comes Allen Ginsberg. All right? I'm what, 19? And I had my prison poems. And it blew his mind. Then through him, he introduced me to Kerouac. And then maybe about 5 months later, Burroughs had come from Colombia after seeking yage, a drug in Colombia. And I met him. And that became family in a way.
Diane de Prima. When I was 20, I began to meet more of the writing community that we think of now. I met Allen Ginsberg. I wrote to him right after Howl came out because I'd been writing a lot of slang poetry myself in the early 50s and had been assured that it was completely unpublishable, that no one would read the speech of the streets.
My name is Allen Ginsberg. I'm a poet, and on this rainy night in May in Lower Manhattan, I am 61 years old. The community circle we had, I spent a lot of time on Times Square with the lumpen proletariat in the all-night cafeterias, just looking at the transient floating beat population.
Hello, my name is Ed Sanders. I'm a poet. I came to New York City in 1958. I was going to study rocket science and physics at New York University. I had hopes of taking part in the Mercury program, which was being broadcast about in the public mind at that time. But tugging at me in the same way was the lure of poetry. And the poetry of the time was what was happening on MacDougal and Bleecker Streets at the little beatnik cafes. The concept of actually reading poetry aloud amidst a milieu of drinking and smoking and having fun. So that won out over the Mercury program.
Hi, my name is Giorno, and I'm a poet. Giorno Poetry Systems is working with poetry over the telephone, or poetry on video, or poetry on records, or poetry, whatever. If you wait for Warner Brothers to sign you, or for Random House to publish you, forget about it. You'll never get published. Everyone should just do it themselves. You get an idea, and you do it.
Salutations. My name is Anne Waldman. a conglomeration of tendencies. You know, as a younger poet, one could be very inspired and informed and connected to these very powerful lineages, and these lineages were non-academic. They were outside the mainstream of American poetry.
This is Jim Carroll. There was nobody in my family who wrote before me. I came from 3 generations of bartenders. And so I kind of started to write, and it made me distance myself, not only from the people I was observing and my friends, but also from myself.
Marianne Faithfull. I had something to offer on lyric writing, and that's nice because it's I really love it, and anything one loves a lot, one likes to show.
My name is Richard Hell. When I left rock and roll, I first off started keeping serious daily journals, you know, to try to get a grip on myself. You know, I figured if I wrote down everything, I could look back at it, and then by looking back at it, that would tell me who I was, since I didn't have any idea who I was after suddenly, you know, trying to leave all this squalor behind me.
My name is Rollins, R-O-L-L-I-N-S. I used to show all this really raw stuff to these teachers and go, so what do you think of this? And they'd go, oh my God, you're saying bad words, and you're talking about killing me in this. I go, yeah, you and my dad and everybody else. I hate everyone, man. I'm on fire.
Hi, I'm Lydia Lunch. Prior to my arrival, I'd only been scribbling in notebooks like all other delinquents if they weren't writing on bathroom walls or subway trains or notebooks. Right, the stage of CBGBs, that's where I took to my atrocities. I felt everything that had been inflicted upon me to date, I would inflict back, sort of a product of my environment. Yeah.